Good morning, students. Already we discussed in yesterday class meaning, definition, features, limitations, and the difference between single entry and a double entry system of bookkeeping. So once again, I recall yesterday points. Single entry means it records only one aspect of the transaction. Generally, each transaction has two-fold aspect. One is benefit receiving aspect, another one is benefit giving aspect. In this point of view, under single entry system, we record only one aspect of the transaction, whether it is debit aspect or credit aspect, depend upon nature of transactions. Then accounts from incomplete records. So under these records, ascertainment of profit or loss and financial position. Then how to calculate profit or loss and how to calculate financial performance of the business concern for each organization which maintain single entry system of bookkeeping. So based on available information in incomplete records and from memory. See, some of the transactions are to be recorded in the books of accounts, some of the transactions are to be keep in memory. So profit or loss may be calculated. The difference between capital at the end and the capital at the beginning may be considered as a profit or loss. Profit or loss is adjusted in capital in such entities with the available data. The missing figures can be found out and then the final account may be prepared. So how to calculate missing figures? So ascertainment of profit or loss from incomplete records. How to calculate profit or loss from incomplete records? With the help of statement of affairs. Statement of affairs. What is meant by statement of affairs? Statement of affairs resembles a balance sheet. Statement of affairs is just like a balance sheet. Balance sheet has two sides. One is asset side, another one liability side. All assets belonging to the business concerns are to be recorded in the asset sides. All liabilities of the business concern to be recorded in liability side of the balance sheet. Liability means paid to others from the business concern. Financial obligation of the business concern to be considered as a liabilities. These two aspects are to be considered at the time of preparing statement of affairs. So statement of affairs resembles a balance sheet. Statement of affairs has two sides. One is asset side, another one liability side. Left hand side liability side, right hand side asset side. Assets are always exceeds liability. The difference amount to be treated as a capital. Okay, assets are always exceeds liability. The difference amount should be treated as a capital. Generally, we prepare two statements. One is capital in the beginning for calculation of capital in the beginning and for calculation of capital at the end. These two reasons now we are going to prepare two statements. One is opening statement of affairs, another one is closing statement of affairs. Opening statement of affairs to help to know about the opening capital. Closing statement of affairs helps to know about the capital at the end of the accounting period. Under this method, by comparing capital at the beginning and at the capital at the end specified period to know about the profit or loss is found. So the difference between capital at the end and the capital at the beginning to be treated as a profit or loss. capital at the beginning and the end found by preparing statement of affairs. See, already we discussed how to calculate profit or loss. In profit or loss, the difference between capital at the beginning and the capital at the end is taken into profit and loss of the business. Some of the adjustments also to be taken into account at the time of preparing statement of profit or loss. We have two statements. One is opening statement of affairs, another one is closing statement of affairs. With the help of opening statement of affairs to know about the opening capital. With the help of closing statement of affairs, we know about capital at the end. By taking closing capital as the base, started with the closing capital, drawings made during the year should be added with the capital. First, we know about the meaning of drawings. Drawings means proprietor withdraw certain amount of money or goods or in any other kind from the business for his personal use to be treated as a drawing. It should be reduced the value of capital. So it should be taken into account at the time of calculation of profit or loss. Then additional capital introduced by the proprietor for his business. This one is also to be considered as for calculation of profit. Why should introduce additional capital? For expansion of our business. For now we are going to start new branch. These are some of the reasons for introducing additional capital. Okay, this point also to be considered at the time of calculation of profit or loss. So now capital at the end as the base. Now we can add drawings. Then now we subtract additional capital from the result. Then now we get adjusted closing capital. With the help of adjusted closing capital, now we are going to calculate profit or loss. So adjusted closing capital, last one less opening capital. Then we get profit or loss of the business. So capital at the end, add drawings, less additional capital introduced during the year, again less capital in the beginning. Now we get profit or loss. If adjusted closing capital exceeds opening capital, it should be treated as a profit. If adjusted closing capital less than the opening capital, it should be treated as a loss. Now we see the format. Then steps to be followed to find out the profit or loss by preparing statement of affairs. The following steps are to be followed to find out the profit or loss when statement of affairs is prepared. 1. First point. Ascertain the opening capital by preparing statement of affairs at the beginning of the year by taking the opening balance of assets and liabilities. So with the help of opening balance of assets and liability, now we are going to prepare opening statement of affairs. Now we get opening capital. Second, ascertain the closing capital by preparing the statement of affairs at the end of the accounting period after making all adjustments. Adjustment means depreciation, such as depreciation, bad debts, outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, outstanding income, interest on capital, interest on drawings, etc. These are all to be considered as some of the adjustments. So after adjusting these adjustments, now we get a closing capital at the closing statement of affairs. Third point, add the amount of drawings both in cash or in any kind to the closing capital. So now we can add the drawings. Drawings means proprietor can withdraw certain amount of money or goods or in any other kind to be considered as a drawings. These drawings are added with the closing capital. Fourth point, Deduct the amount of additional capital introduced to get adjusted closing capital. For what purpose proprietor can introduce additional capital? If any emergency, or if we want to expand our business, or we want to start new branches, now additional capital is needed. This point of view, now additional capital are introduced by the proprietor to the business. It should be deducted from the closing capital. Now we get adjusted closing capital. Then ascertainment of profit or loss by subtracting opening capital from the adjusted closing capital. Ascertainment of profit or loss by subtracting opening capital from the adjusted closing capital. If adjusted closing capital is more than the opening capital, if adjusted closing capital is more than the opening capital, it denotes to be treated as a profit. If adjusted closing capital is lesser than the opening capital, it denotes to be treated as a loss. If adjusted closing capital is lesser than the opening capital, it denotes to be treated as a loss. Then we are going to see the formula in your book. Following format is used to find out the profit or loss. So statement of profit or loss for the year ended. Capital at the end. Add drawings. Less additional capital introduced during the year. Adjusted closing capital. Less opening capital. Now we get profit or loss during the accounting year. This is the method to know about profit or loss, to know about financial performance of the business, particularly at the end of the accounting period under single entry system or under incomplete system of double entry. Okay, now we are going to come to conclusion. Now we are come to conclusion. How to calculate profit or loss, how to find out the capital at the beginning, and how to find out the capital at the end. Okay, thank you. Today class is over. Tomorrow we discuss about problems.